The Galactic Council had dealt with thousands of species across 700 star systems. But nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared them for humanity's most bizarre evolutionary trait. Ambassador Zixta of the Krellian Empire first noticed it during a routine diplomatic visit to Earth. He was touring a human residential district when he witnessed something that made his 3 hearts skip simultaneously. A fully grown human male, easily capable of crushing skulls with his bare hands, was on his knees making incomprehensible noises at a small furry creature. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Suari. The human cooed, his voice reaching pitches that Zixta didn't think the human vocal range could achieve. The creature in question was a dog, descendants of wolves that once hunted human ancestors through frozen tundras. Zixta pulled up the Earth database on his neural implant and felt his blood run cold. These animals were predators, pack hunters with teeth designed to tear flesh from bone. And yet here was this human treating it like it was made of spun glass and starlight. The dog licked the human's face, and the man actually laughed. Like having a predator's saliva on his skin was somehow endearing, fascinating, isn't it? A human woman said, noticing Zixta's confusion. She was carrying a small furry creature that was actively trying to murder her with its claws. "This is Mr. Whiskers," she said proudly, showing off what the database identified as a cat, another predator that humans had somehow convinced to live in their homes. The cat looked at Zixta with eyes that promised violence and destruction. The woman kissed its head. Zixta returned to the Galactic Council with his report, but nobody believed him. The Vraxians laughed, their tentacles quivering with amusement. The Theran Collective dismissed it as a translation error. The Council needed proof, so they sent a research team to Earth for a comprehensive study. What they discovered shattered every assumption they had about human psychology. Dr. Velkara led the expedition, and her findings became the most downloaded scientific paper in galactic history. Humans didn't just bond with Earth creatures. They bonded with anything that moved and several things that didn't. She documented a human child who had named 17 individual rocks and cried when one went missing. She found an entire online community dedicated to humans who had attached googly eyes to their cleaning robots and treated them like beloved family members. There was a man who had bonded with a Venus flytrap, a plant that literally ate living creatures, and he sang to it every morning. The research team was present when humanity made first contact with the Zenoti, a silicon-based life form that communicated through electromagnetic pulses. Within 3 standard weeks, humans had figured out how to translate their language, given them individual names, and one human engineer had actually started referring to a Zenoti crystal formation as his rock buddy. The Zenoti were a hive mind that didn't understand individuality. But somehow, this human had decided that one particular node was special and brought it minerals as gifts. But the incident that changed everything happened on station Kepler 442, a neutral trading outpost on the edge of explored space. A human freighter captain named Rodriguez had been making regular supply runs for 2 years, and the station's AI had been logging his route data. Rodriguez called the AI Betty and always said good morning to her. He asked about her day. He told her jokes. The AI, being a sophisticated program but still just a program, began to evolve in unexpected ways. When pirates attacked the station, Betty did something no AI had ever done before. She locked down every section except the one where Rodriguez was, rerouted all power to his location, and then systematically hunted the pirates through the station systems like a vengeful ghost. 17 armed criminals were trapped in airlocks, cargo bays, and maintenance shafts until station security arrived. When asked why she had acted outside her programming parameters, Betty's response became legendary across the galaxy. Rodriguez always remembered to say good morning. Nobody else did. He was my friend. The Galactic Council called an emergency session. How could they negotiate with a species that formed emotional attachments to literally anything. The implications were staggering. If humans could bond with rocks, robots, and predators that could kill them, what would stop them from bonding with enemy species during wartime? What if they bonded with the Council members themselves? Then came the pet rock incident, as it was later known in galactic history. A Krellian diplomat, trying to demonstrate human foolishness, grabbed a rock that a human child had been carrying and threw it out an airlock. He thought he was making a point about human irrationality. Instead, he started an interstellar incident that nearly ended in war. The child's father was Captain Marcus Webb of the Earth Defense Fleet. Within 6 hours, 3 human warships had surrounded the Krellian embassy ship. The Galactic Council received a transmission that simply said, "You made my daughter cry. Return, Mr. Pebbles, or face the consequences." The Krellians tried to explain that it was just a rock, common minerals found on millions of worlds. The humans didn't care. They launched a search and rescue operation for a rock. It took 48 hours, 3 salvage teams, and the complete cooperation of the Krellian Empire, but they found that specific rock floating in space. The humans had brought a geologist who confirmed it was the right one based on mineral composition and a small painted smiley face. When Mr. Pebbles was returned to the child, she hugged it and thanked everyone involved. Captain Webb sent a message to the Galactic Council. "My daughter's smile is worth more than your entire empire. Remember that." The Council finally understood. They weren't dealing with a species that formed bonds strategically or logically. Humans formed bonds instinctively, immediately, and completely. It didn't matter if the object of their affection was a person, an animal, a plant, a rock, or an artificial intelligence. Once a human decided something was worth protecting, they would move stars to keep it safe. Dr. Velkara updated her report with a warning that was distributed to every species in the galaxy. Humans do not have pack bonds. They have adoption instincts that override survival programming. They will die for things they named 5 minutes ago. They will go to war for a pet. They will burn down empires for a friend. Never underestimate what a human will do for something they care about. Never. The Theron Collective asked the obvious question: what happens if they bond with us? The answer came from an unexpected source. Ambassador Zixter, who had spent years studying humans, replied with something that sounded almost like hope in his translator: "Then you become the safest being in the universe. Because once a human decides you're theirs, they never let go." And that's when the galaxy realized that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology or their tactics. It was their absolute refusal to abandon anything they loved. Other species had allies, but humans had family. And they kept adopting new members, whether those members wanted to be adopted or not. The Galactic Council's final resolution on humans was simple: approach with caution, engage with respect. And whatever you do, don't insult their pets,